It's important for any investing. So today is all about mindset. And I'm going to be telling you about my zero fucks given approach. Now, this is an approach I tried in 2024 after getting obsessed with Gary Vee content. So we're going to have a little look at the news, see what's been going on in crypto over the last 24 hours. Then we'll move on to mindset and my zero fucks given approach. And to finish off, we'll look at how you can get mindset right so you can win in crypto in 2025 and over the next few years. So, what's been happening in crypto? Coinbase has distanced its blockchain network Base from a token that was highly criticized for sharing. A US appeals court paused the SEC's case against Ripple amid settlement talks. And a Coinbase report paints a bleak picture of the crypto market but anticipates a rebound in late 2025. Coinbase distances Base from highly criticized meme coin that dumped $15 million. Crypto exchange Coinbase has distanced its blockchain network Base from a meme coin it shared on X on April the 16th that saw a massive backlash after the token rapidly gained, then dropped in value. I don't know about you, but I really don't like meme coins. I'm all about utility, and that's why I'm a bit obsessed at the moment with ISO 20022 coins like XRP, XLM, and hedera. Anyway, Base shared an image on X with its marketing tagline, Base is for everyone, alongside a link to a token of the same name on Zora, a social network where users can make posts into crypto tokens. Blah, blah, blah. I'll read the post on X. Base token on Zora was horrifically sniped. From a quick look, he used two wallets that purchased 21% of the supply for 2 ETH. They then transferred to other wallets and sold for 300,000 profit. This is what can happen if you don't have sniper protection. So this is a bit of a negative story for crypto. You've got to really focus on your security. Really focus on what cryptos you actually buy. Education, education, education. I'm always whittering on about education because it is important. Courts grant 60-day pause of SEC Ripple appeals case. An appellate court has granted a joint request from Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, to pause an appeal in a 2020 SEC case against Ripple amid settlement negotiations. In an April the 16th filing in the US Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, the court approved a joint SEC Ripple motion to hold the appeal in abeyance. I don't think I've pronounced that right. Anyway, temporarily pausing the case for 60 days. As part of the order, the SEC is expected to file a status report by June the 15th. The SEC's case against Ripple and its executives filed in December 2020 was expected to begin winding down after Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse announced on March the 19th that the commission would be dropping its appeal against the blockchain firm. A federal court found Ripple liable for $125 million in an August ruling, resulting in both the SEC and blockchain firm filing an appeal and cross-appeal respectively. However, once US President Donald Trump took office and leadership of the SEC moved from former chair Gary Gensler to acting chair Mark Uedy, the commission began dropping multiple enforcement cases against crypto firms in a seeming political shift. Ripple pledged $5 million in XRP to Trump's inauguration fund, and Garlinghouse and Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderitri, God, these names are horrendous, attended events supporting the US president. Moving on. Crypto in a bear market, rebound likely in Q3 according to Coinbase. I don't agree with this, but I'll read it anyway. A monthly market review by publicly traded US-based crypto exchange Coinbase showed that while the crypto market has contracted, it appears to be gearing up for a better quarter. According to Coinbase's April 15th monthly outlook for institutional investors, the altcoin market cap shrank by 41% from its December 2024 highs of 1.6 trillion to 950 billion by mid-April. BTC Tools data shows that this metric touched a low of 960 billion on April 9th and stood at 976 billion at the time of writing. So basically, Coinbase is saying that crypto is going to pick up in Q3. Personally, for what it's worth, I feel it's going to pick up in Q2 because of that liquidity that everyone keeps talking about. Now, I could tell you about the tariffs, but I don't want to bore you. Yes, Trump has threatened a 245% tariff on China, but I genuinely believe this is background noise, and I think that a deal has already been struck. Just try and ignore the noise and focus on the fundamentals. So, moving on to mindset and my zero fucks given approach. Now, before I get to that, I want to give you a bit of background. So I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, just over 3 years. I've got 1,600 subs, which is shit to be honest. But I keep going because I believe in what I'm doing and I enjoy it. Now, I've taken YouTube really seriously since about the start of 2024, since the start of my zero fucks given approach. I'm putting more into each video because I want to help as many investors as possible with my 24 years experience. Yes, I want to help people, but if I'm being honest, I want to make money from YouTube. I want to do it full time so I can help more people with that experience and so I can get away from the job that I've got zero passion for. Anyway, zero fucks given. Now, I got obsessed with Gary Vee in January 2024 because I knew my social media content wasn't the best. I wanted to learn from the best. And one of the things he kept saying over and over was to have a zero fucks given approach, to not care what other people think. Yeah, you do care about other people, but you don't care about what other people think. You realize that no one really gives a toss. They've got their own problems. They're in their own little bubble. Now, when I first started YouTube a few years ago, I used to think about what my family thought, my friends thought, my BJJ coach, my friends at BJJ, colleagues, blah, blah, blah. I was too worried about what everyone else thought. So it affected my videos. My videos were shit, to be honest. They weren't the best. So over time, 2-3 years, things have got better. But I'm still that shy introvert. Like going live today is well and truly out of my comfort zone. So I tried the zero fucks given approach, what Gary Vee kept talking about. So in 2024, I'd done well over 500 videos, mainly on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I got the reps in. Now you'd think after all them videos, I would end up with a zero fucks given approach. But unfortunately for me, it wasn't the case. And I got to the point where I was burned out and frustrated at the lack of results. Because what I'd done, I was just doing the same thing over and over again. I do 3 TikToks a day, talking heads, talking about money, talking about the importance of investing, education, blah, blah, blah. But people weren't really that bothered. Most people, from my experience, are not focused. They're not willing to give education a try. They want quick, easy money. So instead of changing my approach, I kept going and burned myself out. Now, I honestly believe that if I can get to the point where I genuinely do have a zero fucks given approach, as in I'm more of my authentic self, because that's what it's about. It's about being your authentic self in anything you do. I think that if you can be your authentic self, results improve. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do fucking 15, 20, 25 TikToks a week, burn myself out. I'm just going to focus on YouTube, keep getting the reps in. And that's why I've gone live over the last few weeks. I'm doing 3 live streams a week, basically so I can become a better speaker, a more confident speaker, more off the cuff. And then eventually the zero fucks approach will work. I'll be more of my authentic self and more people will start watching my YouTubes. Hopefully my channel will take off. I'll get a bit of luck along the way. Then I'll be full-time on YouTube and then I can help more people. That's the plan anyway. Now, last year I didn't really go to plan, but all I would say is if you've got a dream, like my dream of going full-time YouTube, keep going. Be resilient, keep pushing hard all the time. But to learn from my mistake, don't do the same thing over and over. Like do short-term goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and then have a good think about what's worked, what hasn't worked. Basically trial and error. So my new approach this year is to focus on YouTube. I'm doing 2 videos a week. And now over the last few weeks, I'm trying something different in going live. With these live streams, hopefully I'll become better for my main videos on YouTube. Anyway, To finish the video off, I'm going to tell you how to get your mindset right so you can win in crypto. Now, I've got 8 years experience of crypto investing and it's been up and down, let's say that. Like 2017, 2018, for example, I put 6,000 in, it went up to £30,000 and then dropped to almost zero. And then, worst of all, I buried my head in the sand and forgot all about crypto for 2 years. So that's huge opportunities missed. And this mainly, it's partly because of a lack of emotional intelligence, but mainly because of a lack of financial literacy. I didn't put the work in. What I would say with crypto, you need to put the work in. So to help you, you can join my crypto community. All you've got to do is go on my main YouTube channel, have a look in the description. The links can be found there. Join the community and I can help you with my 8 years experience. There's 4 crypto courses and a weekly newsletter. Now, the main course, Crypto Investing Made Simple, has got all of my 8 years experience in just 3 hours. So get in the community, complete the course material, then ask any questions. If you're willing to do this, if you're willing to put the work in, focus on education, I believe you'll get your mindset right in crypto and you'll do well in crypto in 2025 and over the next few years. It's definitely worth it. Don't be like most retail investors who want to get in and make quick, easy money, because it doesn't work. Not from my experience and all the friends and colleagues who I know who've done crypto over the last few years. Most of them, 2021, by the time I got my act together and I realized how important it was to focus on education, I was telling everyone else to do the same. Now, I won in 2021 with Solana mainly. I got a big cash out. And when I was telling colleagues and friends to focus on education, they didn't want to listen. They put 10,000 in, 20,000 in, and even more to chase quick, easy money. Lost most of it, and now they won't go near crypto. So between 2021 and 2025, they've lost out on huge opportunities. Anyway, that'll do for now. As I've said, focus on mindset, focus on education, and you'll do well. And if you've got a dream, like my little YouTube dream, keep pushing hard, but don't just do the same thing over and over again. Have a weekly goal, monthly goal, and have a recap on what's worked and what hasn't. Let's have a look. Shrek Cutie. Hi, love the accent. I've never heard anyone say that about my accent, but I'll take it. Hi from James, I subscribed. Thanks for joining, James. Get on the channel, look at all the videos, and if you want to take that relationship one step further, again, join my crypto community. It's zero risk because you get a 7-day free trial. Anyway, enough of me talking about my crypto community. Good luck with your crypto investing this year, and remember to focus on mindset.